Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Our weak and heavy laden, come but we've a load of care. Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his hands he'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find a solace there. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. Oh, because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. I like that side too much. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows
Sing it, baby.
every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer.
Do it again.
Jesus knows every weakness.
That's what I'm talking about.
Take it to the Lord in prayer.
One more time. Come on, let's go. Go. Sing.
Jesus knows every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, I need to drink water. Whenever I'm singing with this guy, yeah, he has a way of straining and bringing out what I think I don't have.
Bring it out.
That, that voice, somewhere is hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, Dora, Bukola. Thank you so much. Hello, Wendy, Stella, Mami, Mercy. Okay, I can't pronounce this name, but Emmanuel should be your surname, I guess. Maybell, Victoria, Mommy Boomy is watching. Glory Tony. Good to have you, and thanks for all the beautiful anniversary messages that you sent in, your comments, your calls. Thank you very much. It's been a lovely, lovely day. You see, I had to even do a makeup because it's today, yeah? And so let me just openly announce, I'm not coming up live tomorrow for workout.
That was too plain.
No, I need to say that before everyone zooms off of this thing. I'm not coming up live today because today I'm already exhausted and I don't know what time this show is going to end. I don't know when my makeup would get out. So there's a lot to do tonight in the other room. Okay. Welcome to our relationship talk show. Somehow,
Okay. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Somehow today is our anniversary. It's a huge coincidence. Yeah. So last week we planned that we're going to talk about love and sex in marriage, and then voila, today we are here. It's our anniversary, and we are thinking of how we're going to tailor this and make it a lot beautiful. Hi Antonia, good to have you. Good to have you, Ijoma. Thanks so much, Frank. Good to have you today.
Bartholomew, it's good to see you.
Yeah, okay, I just choose Frank because it's easier to pronounce.
Oh, okay, is that his name? Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay, I
Frank.
didn't see her.
Okay, so
Wendy, it's good to see you. Oh, Tiora, blessing.
So the one that I'm saying is not enough. I'm saying on behalf of you and I, yeah?
Okay, sorry. Continue.
So I don't know how this show is going to run, but this is one show that we are not going to stage at all. It's just going to be as real as it's supposed to be, as real as our show is meant to be. Yeah, and I'm tired of sounding like a broken record. It's our anniversary, yes. Okay. So we've been married for 8 years.
And I've known her for 10 years.
Are you bragging? We've been married for 8 years, and we've been friends for 10 years. And did you see what I actually wrote on Facebook? Did you check my page today?
I was busy making...
That is what you see why I brought you on
Guys.
the spot now. Okay, well, no, I'll be the one to say it. No, I'll be the one to say it. Okay, so we've been married for 8, and we've been parents for 7 years. We have 4 beautiful children, and God has really been faithful to us. And today yesterday we were talking about how far we've come, the journey, things that we've seen, and most importantly, the people that were very supportive from the very first day. And we're going to be appreciating those people because we don't have so many people who believed in us. Mm-hmm. And one of those people, I don't know if she's on the show, is Dr. Christy. Not me. Yeah. Not me. My mom is also Dr. Christy. So one of the very supportive persons that we've had all through our marriage from the very first day had believed is Dr. Christy, my mom, and he's been claiming her, but yeah, pardon him because he's his mother-in-law.
Don't be doing all these Dr. Christy. Call mommy.
Yeah, but I need to say it, man.
Hey,
she
hey.
is Dr. Christy. I'm trying to be professional.
No, I'm trying to be personal.
Yeah, so... And then another person that I want to appreciate is Rebrid.
Shout out to Rebrid if you're here.
Reverend Moses.
No, Pastor Moses.
Pastor Moses, yeah. He owns
Rebrid Christian Center.
Yeah, Rebrid is one of those people that was really supportive. And then my little brother, I don't know if he's going to be on the show, Tony.
T.
You know I love you, like, personally, yeah? And, I mean, do we really have a lot of people? Then we have some very lovely people who were there. Henrietta was part of
Henrietta, where are you?
I don't know if she's here, but she was part of those that believed, and she was there when we first started. It's just to appreciate the people that were there, and some of the things that we've gone through I don't know why Emmanuel is not talking too much. Some of the things that
I don't understand. If I talk now, she will say, "Hey, let me talk." Okay, now I'm allowing you to do the
Mom
talking.
sees here, so she's watching.
Mama,
So she did like that.
mommy, love, 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 love. You know, overflow love for you.
And part of the things, I'm going to put Emmanuel on the spot. He would have, Emmanuel will ask
Excuse me.
Listen, please. Careful, this is my show, boy.
No.
I'm going to ask Emmanuel some questions. He's going to ask me some questions. This is not stage. He doesn't know the questions I want to ask him. I don't know the questions he wants.
Please,
He's already afraid.
My blood is already boiling. I don't know what you want. I'm not ready for your question right now.
I'm going to ask you questions, and you have to answer it. Yeah, because it's our show. Yeah, and
okay, I know what I'm going to answer.
No, nothing difficult. You know what you're going to answer, but you don't know the question. How can you just assume you know?
I've already concluded on my answer.
So you know the answer before the question?
No, I already know what I'm going to say.
Okay, so we wanted to talk about love and sex in marriage. And somehow,
Chai.
I don't know how we are going to capture that because we are so engrossed in this anniversary gist. And we want to be a bit selfish. Today is going to be about us. A bit, not too much, just a bit. Yeah, today is going to be about us and talking about our journey, the things that we've faced. I really, really want to share some things with some of us, especially women.
Christiana, sorry, can we just say hello to some people from their location? Let's not run, please.
We already have
someone says,
here.
I am watching from, the name of the country is very... something S. Can you see the S flag there? What country is that?
I don't know. Suriname.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I know it's somewhere far away. So we should say hello to her.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's good to
Snessie.
Yeah, Snessie Wolf.
Good to see you. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Please pardon me. Nothing personal. Okay, so let's know where you're watching us from.
Yeah.
It would be very interesting. So we have Anne watching from Ireland.
Wow.
Whoa.
Drop your country flag there.
Not just flag, the country as well, because if you drop flag, I'm lost. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah. The country flag and the name of the country. Let's give some countries shout out, man.
South America.
Wow.
Oh,
South
okay.
America. Wow.
I need to Google that. I really didn't know about that. Thanks so much for sharing
wow.
that.
Brilliant.
I didn't know about it. So let's know where you're watching from. We are presently in the UK, so you're all right. So I have Onyinye who is watching from Nigeria.
Woo!
Good to have you here, Onyinye.
Nigeria.
You've always been one of those people that I look forward to on my live show because you have me giving me thumbs up things. And I have Stella watching from UAE.
Ooh, United Arab Emirates. Good
so
to
I
see you.
have Mabel watching from Delta State, Nigeria. Mabel, you know we got you, yeah? We have Chinonso watching from Ireland. Chinonso is also Christian as well. Whoa, so I have a namesake here as well. So I have Miriam from Nigeria. Good to have you. So I'm going to sing a song for everyone watching. Why are you squeezing your face?
Let's just play music for them.
I'm not playing any
I don't want to
music.
crack that voice.
No,
I want to use that voice for my next production, please.
What voice?
Your
is that?
voice, of course.
No. I'm not aware of that. I'm not producing any music. I just sing in the bathroom. Okay, so...
Guys, are you seeing what I'm facing? I have a beautiful voice here. I still have to pay backup singers.
Temitope watching from Ghana.
Ghana.
Nigeria.
Ooh.
Benita, yeah. Okay, sorry, Benita. Okay, Nigeria. So I have Mercy from Nigeria. I have Millicent Bimbo is watching from Scotland. I have Ifeyiwa watching from India. Wow.
Whoa,
Tassi
India.
watching from Romania.
Whoa.
And we have Ime watching from Uyo. Good to have you, Ime.
Wow.
Whoa, so we have lovely people. All right, so while you're sending in stop, I'm just going to do a simple song.
What song is that?
And I'm dedicating this song to, I don't know if I should dedicate it to you, but it's not a love song though.
What song? Sing it.
I can't just sing it.
Okay.
All right. So I suck when it comes to R&Bs and
Don't do R&B.
no. I don't even know.
Well,
See,
I'll
I used to do R&Bs when I was much younger, but now.
Mabel, Nigeria. I can
But
see
now
that.
I don't know it. So I'm just going to. So I have
Watching
someone
from
watching
Uganda.
from Uganda.
Whoa.
Okay. So pardon me. I'm going to do a gospel song. So
Pamela from
give me the
Uganda.
key.
Greetings. Strike the key.
Strike the chord, boy. That's just the way the Father is. Is that the key?
Continue.
No, I just want to be sure I'm not messing up life.
That's the key.
Okay, so I got it first. That's just the way the Father is. He'll be your friend when you're not his. That's just the way. That's just the way God is. He is nothing like your other friends. He'll be with you until the end. That's just the way. That's just the way God is. That's just the way the Father is. He'll be your friend when you're not his. That's just the way. That's just the way God is. He is nothing like your other friends. He'll be with you until the end. That's just the way. That's just the way God is. You know why I'm doing this song? You know why all my songs are focused on friendship with God? It's because over time I have learned that without God, we wouldn't be here today. A lot of people did not believe. In fact, I wrote something. I said, some people thought we were a disaster waiting to happen. But yeah, God doesn't see the way man sees, you know. And part of the things that I've learned in this, my little but powerful journey, is that if you're sure God has asked you to do something, do it. No matter how many naysayers you have, do it. So if God has told you this is your wife, if God has told you this is your husband, just go forth. God is going to be there to guide you through it.
Someone says, Emmanuel, back up now.
I don't know why.
How much will you pay for me to back up?
Backing up. So okay.
How much will you pay? Pay me, I'll back up.
Okay, so thanks, Annie. Annie says she's watching from Northern Ireland. Beautiful lady and lovely song. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oluwabumi. Thank you. I don't know why he's not backing up. So
Frank, pay me, I'll back up.
Frank is watching from Amsterdam.
Wow,
good to have you,
Amsterdam.
Frank has been on our show for like I think he's been very consistent.
Amsterdam, peace.
Thanks, Frank. And then we have Royal. We have. See, I'm not a gospel. I'm not a singer. Yeah.
She said she's not going to sing on my song, so I'm not singing on her song. Full stop.
What's all that? You say you want me to produce a song with you. It's
yeah,
not my
go
thing,
to the
guy.
studio with me, baby.
I'm not.
Let's drop it like it's hot.
I'm not hotting anything. So yeah, he's been trying to pull me to the studio, but it's not my thing.
You see?
Seriously.
You see?
I love and support.
But guys,
her,
you know, I think the thing is, Christiana has a very lovely voice, and most times, I try to keep quiet just to hear her tone. She has a very unique tone, and I want her to hear it. Like when she, after the show, when she plays and hear what you've been singing, because sometimes most times she feels, hey, it's not my thing, but you have strong vibe. That's a strong tone there.
That vibe is thanks to my grandma. Yeah, so my grandma is the music
I love you, Mama.
icon. So she literally
guys,
taught me how to sing. So
yeah.
But it's not that I want to go and produce anything.
That's why I love her singing alone, because I can't get her in the studio, so I might as well enjoy it here.
Lavina says your voice na bagam.
You see that?
Don't worry, this is okay, but you're not going to see me coming to say this is my new singles. That ain't not gonna happen anytime soon.
But why? We could do a duet, you know?
No, I'm not duetting anything. I love singing in the bathroom. Yeah, catch me in my bathroom. Yeah.
How can they catch you in your bathroom? I will use cutlass.
All right. right, so let's go now to the show. I have one question for Emmanuel, and I'm putting him on the spot. He's going to put me on the spot as well.
You are.
He doesn't even know what I want to ask. All right, so Emmanuel Stephen, today is our 8th year.
I'm having my stomach.
All of a sudden, drink warm water. Thank God I brought warm water.
I feel like using the toilet, please.
That's you.
What's you? Because you want to ask me a question.
Why are you scared? It's not something that you. Okay, ask me first. Let me start. So ask me any question. Guys,
know.
ask us any question. Since Emmanuel doesn't want me to ask him.
Ask.
Okay, I'll open it up and everybody.
No, it's like you want to throw me into the wilderness of with.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Emmanuel one question.
Okay.
So we met on the 31st of May, 2010. So the 31st of May. Yeah, 31st of May. Yeah, 31st of May, 2020 made us 10 years since we met. We've been married for 8 years. See, I keep dates. Dates don't leave my brain. So we've been married for 8 years. And today I want to openly ask Emmanuel Stephen. You had so many people tell you, don't marry this stubborn girl. Yeah? So what was it?
I like the question. I'm
going to change it now.
I so love the question. Oh, no. Go ahead.
What was it you saw in me that made you say, okay, regardless of what everyone else is saying, all the noise that you were hearing and all the naysayers, what was it about me that made you decide to still walk down that aisle?
Wow.
Don't wow me, just answer.
That's a very big question. Because I can go on and on and on. Okay, number one. What was the reason?
Is it plenty that you're counting from
it's
number
much,
one? No, just summarize it or don't scare me.
I think I was in my season. And if you're a spiritual person, you know there are seasons. Time to plant, time to reap. Is it time to plant? Time to sow, time to reap, and all that. You know those season sessions, the rain, summer, winter, all this. I was in a season, and in that season, I knew it was time. Okay, now how it was gonna happen, I had no clue. What I was able to do best. Thank God for my friend, covenant brother, Pastor Moses. Most times, I think I've said it on this show, I'll just drive and leave my house. I'll go to his house. And I would just sit down in his house. There's something I love about him. While we chat and discuss, talk about football, talk about Bible verses, and then towards midnight, we will always pray. So in that, I love going to his house. The wife will give us nice treat. God bless you, Mrs. Uwodi. And then she would just make us feel comfortable. And then we'll stay in the living room. Me and him, we'll just gist and then we'll sleep off. Then 12 midnight, we'll begin to pray. And then the wife would join us. But that period, I knew I was birthing something in the realms of the spirit. And now, as I was birthing, that's why it's good to pray, people. Because when you pray, you push grounds, like you're breaking grounds. So much so that when you advance in your steps, when doubts come of voices that are not in line with what you've been believing God for, when those voices come, they can't push you back that way. They can't just throw you away. So while all that prior before us, when I was involved, I was engaging in so much prayer, so much that I knew. I knew, like when you take a brush and you brush your teeth in the morning.
I need to cut you there. A follow-up question. No. I need to pause. Now. No, you haven't. You're saying prior to that. Guy, address my question.
I'm telling you what prepared me to hear,
you said
to
it
know.
Was your season. Are you trying to say that at that point, because it was your season, any girl you had seen, you would have gone for?
No.
I want you to answer the question direct.
Good. Now.
Leave all this
Wait.
I'm not waiting. Answer me.
Guys, what kind of person is this? She asked me to answer a question. I'm answering.
Yeah, because
read the comment. Let me see whether people are feeling my conversation.
Nobody's feeling you because you have not addressed that question. You say you were in your season.
Okay, I said something. which you I don't think you heard me. I'm not sure if you heard me. I said I
You're obviously stammering.
had engaged in series of prayer.
Okay.
Now, what prayer does is it prepares your mind. It puts you in a state where you can't be moved by, let me use the word, wind of doctrines, advices. He's here, this one, that one. So you can't be confused in the place of prayer. That's the point I'm telling you. You cannot be.
Calm down. You're not.
No, I'm becoming very passionate now. You can't be everywhere.
Down. You're not winning Nobel Award here. Relax.
Wait, you can't be everywhere if you engaged in prayer, because it's a spiritual exercise. Now you don't see by your sight.
Okay.
So when you came on board, it wasn't because I was 100% sure that you were the one. I knew by the instinct of the intercession I had made, which had placed my mind to stay on him. So when that let me use another scripture verse. There's a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives him understanding. Now, every man on the face of the earth has that capacity and ability. There's this good in man. Wait, man, woman.
Have I said anything? Why you
doing like
use
this,
it?
and
Because see,
they're giving me love.
nobody's giving you love.
Are you not
They are
seeing
just loving the program.
Stella.
Thank you very much. So Onyinye has asked you a simple question. You want to know what people are saying about you. Onyinye
listen
says,
to what
caught your fancy? That is the question I'm asking.
There was no fancy because I was seen by the eyes of the Spirit. So leave all this fancy.
There was something about me that was
attracting
that you attracted to. I'm not chilling, guy. Stop using. I
must give you guys cannot change what I want to say. You ask me a question, I will say.
You are not answering the question.
I will answer the question.
You know what Emmanuel does?
I'm going somewhere.
Can you just keep quiet for a second?
Follow me on the journey, baby.
Which journey? The one that I'm going already. You've not answered. The thing Emmanuel does is he already has the answer in his mind that he wants to.
But I need to navigate.
I don't want that navigation. If someone asks me, what was it you saw in Emmanuel Stephen? It's a straightforward question. We know the spiritual thing is there. We know that there's a God factor. I told you I was praying for more than 15 years. So that spiritual aspect is there. But what was it physical?
He was moved by the power of God.
I think it's anointing. I think I carried an anointing.
I'll go there.
You've missed that question. You've missed.
No, chill, Christina, chill.
Babe,
chill, baby. It's our anniversary.
I'm not chilling.
Cut me some slack, girl.
I'm asking you the physical part. I'm not asking you the spiritual part. Don't play keyboard for me, man. don't piss me off on this show. I'm asking you the physical question.
Why did I come live on this show, man? I would have just been watching. What's that guy's name that was unjustly killed Joy Floyd?
So you see, Alice is saying any physical attributes.
Yes, I'm going there, but you're not following me because you want to hear the fast gist.
No. See, you've said this on the show before.
Fancy laws.
Guys, you see, you people are on the page
I love this. I love this. Share the video if you love this.
You see this page? I'm on this page. We'll sit on it.
Okay, so
Babe,
what did I see?
You're a very spiritual person.
What did I see?
I know that. Now, let's just say the spiritual was there. What was the physical thing you saw as a man? You will not tell me it was all spiritual, young man.
Because you will not allow me
because you're using scriptures to say 90% of the things.
This woman understand.
I'm in a hurry. Go straight.
Let him be and express. Hey, see, God bless you.
So
let him be. You won't read the one that they are saying about me.
What are they saying? I'm not saying
he said, Dog, let him be and express himself. Do not cut him half.
He is really taking us there. Where is he taking you to? I was the one that asked the question. If you have any
you
question,
go and read only your fans own.
No. I'm reading everyone.
Read that one that was just mine.
Okay, I'll allow him talk. Talk. Even if it's for 2 hours, keep talking. But if you talk too much, I'll stop you. I'm not there. I went straight to the point. Talk. So I'm listening.
That's just the way, because you don't make me forget what I want to talk.
So you forget how you take meet me?
No, I will remember. But let me refresh.
No, you don't need keyboard to remind you of how you met me. I am here.
So much tension to answer my question. My own question, no. It's not her question.
Oh yeah, talk.
I would throw in my
Okay,
question.
No, throw me your question.
But
I
wait,
answer questions
I have to finish my
straightforward.
question.
Oh yeah, answer.
Someone
it.
says, okay. Someone say, Ima, please tell her now. You these Christiana's fans. I'm not answering you.
No.
But I have to look for that lady that
Everyone
fought
here
for me.
loves you and I. So
Where's that lady? In fact,
Guy,
let me
answer
call her
the-
out.
leave
Sef.
comments,
The lady
just
that
answer
called
the
me,
question.
that said they should allow me express myself.
oh yeah, express now.
Basically, what I was saying, yeah, before you guys came on board.
Relax. All right, I'm here. I'm listening. I won't interrupt you.
I was in a season. You have to understand that. There is
Well,
no
are we
because
fighting
I'm
in
not
this
into.
season?
No, you see. The thing we fail to understand is we think marriage is a physical thing. It is 100% physical. It is 100% spiritual.
God bless you for this statement. The question I ask you is: you've spoken a lot about the spiritual angle. What about the
But
physical
what
that
you
you
I
saw?
have not finished the spiritual.
No,
angle.
the spiritual is too long, guy. It is too long. Even sermon, we would have finished it.
I wanted to finish.
It
I
is
was
too
on.
long.
I was on 80% on the spiritual. I wanted to
No,
start
no.
100%.
No,
Then
you
start.
were- no.
Then start the physical.
You were on 50%.
If I start physical,
No,
we'll
no.
start. This show will just end.
Okay, now I need to. No.
Because when I start my physical, she knows I'm a very physical person, you know? Not in that physical as in, I have all the, eshamo. Whatever that means, I don't know.
Okay.
But, you see, the point I'm trying to make is I was in a season, I understood the season, and then I was in a place where I couldn't have settled for anything less.
Okay.
Don't get that twisted. It's very important because if that foundation is not there, we'll just think, okay, I saw her with hot pants, miniskirts, and she was intelligent, and blah, blah. No, what of the God factor? Come on. That's the point I'm going there. That's the point I'm trying to make. I had made a preparation, prepared my mind for something, and I was heading there. And so when other attractions were coming, it was not it. It's like you drink Pepsi. Pepsi is not water. Water is not Pepsi. So I can't be moved by like this. No. So when I saw her, the first thing that caught my attention, because I was in a place where there was so much. There was just so much. I had too many questions, too many blah, 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 and all that. So it got me praying. But now when she came on board, the first thing that caught my attention was the Spirit of God in me that identified a pure and a gentle soul. And that was when you touched that keyboard. I said that word, you are my wife, from a prophetic view. But it was not because I said it. It was not even me that said that thing. I said it out of my spirit because there was a force behind it. Now, talking to the attribute. Now, while we got talking, because when I made that statement, I discovered that my flesh started telling me, oh, but what have you said? Are you sure you know what you've said? I'm telling you flesh now. That's my own flesh. It's telling me, oh, what have you said? Do you know what you said? Now, while I started talking to you...
Why are you being personal to me? Man, focus
I
on your
told you
show.
I'm on personal
You're
now.
Not, seriously,
I'm now personal.
You're not asking me out. Focus on the show. Don't look at me. No, not on the show. Face aside. Don't
Guys,
do that.
call
Don't let
911.
me.
She
Don't.
just abused
It's
me.
in. Just
Guys, call 911. I've been
you
abused.
can exaggerate. Aye.
My ear, call 911. All right, so as I was saying, now, while I was complaining, while I was in that state, I was questioning, this thing you said, are you the one that said this? Now, flesh was speaking. Now, listen to me, guys. My flesh was arguing with my spirit man. And then I needed to prove to my spirit man that, I needed to prove to my flesh that my spirit man was right. I now started engaging with her, but oh my God, when we started talking, we could talk for 4 hours, guys. We could talk. She was
small, isn't it?
Was small. We could talk like forever. Like she was intelligent. She was she was, I don't know how to put it, but it's like each time
She was. I'm still intelligent.
No.
Guy,
I'm talking
man.
about. You said when I met you, what happened?
But I'm still intelligent though.
You are-
Just say she is intelligent because she's not the worst thing, man.
Why is this lady not allowing me to talk for heaven
I
and
just want
Christ's
to
sake?
blush a bit on this show.
Somebody said 911. Someone wants to call
Oh,
911.
you need water before you start choking on the
Someone wants to call 911. Don't call 911 for my wife. I'll punch your face.
You see?
So, guys, as
You
I was
answered
saying,
the question.
no, wait, no,
You've
rush
not
me.
answered it.
No.
Are we going to use the
started
whole
talking.
hour to answer the question?
She became a defense. She became a still water. Like, I could always confide in her. I could always talk to her. Like, guys, this lady you're saying, I was telling her a few days ago, I said, you are the best thing that has ever happened to me since I gave my life to Christ. Because it's just, like, I started unpacking, and there's this, someone wrote something on your show a few days ago, and the person said, you're a lady of many parts. Do you know I'm still uncovering, guys? That's to tell you how deep she was, or she is. So the point is, I don't want to go on the surface, because you see, the problem with our generation is we are so concerned about the surface, and that's why we have so many divorces in our society. Full stop. You don't scratch the surface. No, you go deep. You go deep. What is enduring? What will be enduring after sex, miniskirts, and all those? They're not bad. Trust me, guys. Like I tell her, when you wear it, I dance some skeletal dance, if you know what I mean, guys. But the point I'm making is, these things are always there for you to enjoy, but you have to look deeper. So while we go talking, what really got me, now I'm going to your answer now, what got me was your intelligence, the wisdom at which you dispense information. It was so unique. It's second to none. I've never heard someone talk in so much wisdom. I've met lots of ladies. I'm wondering, how could someone like this? If you notice, I say, where have you been all this while? We used to talk in the I said, where have you been? Why didn't I meet you earlier? But I just thank God that I think God was processing you in your space, and He was also dealing with me in my space. So to answer the question, Yoruba call this okpolo, her brain was my first catch. And that first catch proved to me from the spiritual angle that I have identified. So while my flesh was arguing, me say, are you sure? Are you sure this thing you are saying is true? Are you sure you didn't just blab? Or did you just crack a joke? This is my mind, myself telling me. And then the Spirit of God was like, hey, no, that is the real deal. Christiana is the real deal. Have I answered your question?
Okay.
So we must teach our generation to understand these things.
Thank
If not,
you
they'll
very
just
much.
be, okay,
God
we met at
bless
the
you
bar,
for
we met at
answering
the
that
club.
question.
No.
Yeah, but
There's
the
nothing wrong
thing
in
is-
meeting those places.
the thing
The
is-
point is, go deeper. Don't scratch the surface, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. So can I ask my question
yes,
now?
ask your question. And please, just ask your question.
I don't even know what to ask.
Ask. Go.
Let's read comment from what they said.
So, someone asked a question earlier. So you don't want to ask me any question?
No, I'll ask. I want to read a comment from my
There's so many
conversation.
comments
So what are
coming
they
in.
saying? Let's hear it.
Someone asked, and what made you say yes?
Am I the one that will say yes, or she's the one that will say
Like,
yes?
what made me say yes?
Okay, what made you say? No, I want to read the one they said about what I said. Was that clear enough? Can you
That
give
was
Emmanuel
clear, yes.
a kiss, please? Oh, see? Are you seeing? Christina, are you skipping these comments?
See,
I think Christina is biased.
No, I'm not biased.
I'm going to take my own phone and be reading now.
No.
Someone said
You
give
said
Emmanuel
I
a
should go
kiss.
through all the comments. I'm going through it. There are so many comments while you were talking. Where would I start from? Please.
okay.
You see that kiss one? People should just...
You see, guys, are you seeing? You see this lady? Guys, share this video, please. Share this video.
Moms is it? Christina is the real deal. Ask her. We are waiting. They said you ask me questions.
Mommy said that.
Ask me question.
Wait. Let me ask my mommy talking.
Ask me question.
Did mommy say
Focus. Ask me question.
Okay. I want to ask Christiana this question.
Feels like I want to write an exam now.
How did you feel during your first pregnancy?
Whoa. How did I feel?
Yes.
That's Michelle,
Yes.
isn't it? How did I feel? About what? About the pregnancy or about you? About.
Your first pregnancy was a journey, and I want you to share a very lengthy testimony of even how you came about the first pregnancy. And then, so how
Oh.
did you feel? Because
Oh, I see your
because
point. Okay,
after
okay,
our
now
marriage,
I
we
understand.
were apart.
Yeah, we had long distance marriage. Yeah,
Not long distance
it
marriage.
was long. We are partner. It was long
Where
distance.
she had to finish her masters, and I
Yeah,
was
but that's
back
long
home in
distance now. It's
Nigeria.
not apart.
It wasn't
Being
too long. It
apart
wasn't
means
too long.
apart, young man.
You say long distance
It's
marriage.
long distance. It's not being apart.
So someone says, Emmanuel, do you know how to cook? Ah, I like this question.
All right. So he has asked me the question. He said.
Okay, let's not get distracted.
So
All right.
he has asked me this question. How did I feel in my first pregnancy? My first pregnancy is like a huge story in itself. Before I got married, I had like different reports from doctors
Beautiful.
that I'm never going to be able to have a child of my own. Yeah, I think I've shared that on my platform a lot
No,
of
but
times.
let's hear. We have
Yeah,
new audience.
I'm going to say that. So I was told by different doctors. Now I'm not telling you just one country, like different countries or different doctors, different gynecologists, that I was not going to be able to have a child of my own unless I do IVF, and that they always advise when you've stayed 5 years in marriage and so. So that was what the report I got before I got married. And so when we were dating, I sat him down. I said, "Oh, this is what the doctor says." One thing I tried to do when we were dating then was I was very open. So like it's really difficult to tell a guy that once they's proposing to you, "Oh, doctors say I can't have a child." A lot of people keep secrets, that take such secrets into their marriages, and I wasn't ready for that kind of secret. I wasn't ready to die alone. So in my mind I was like, let me just tell him, if he wants to walk away, let him walk away. After all, so many guys walked away. I had people who told me, of what use is a woman without a womb, 7 crazy stories. But I told him, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, we're going to pray about it." And then we got married. And then when we got married, every day, like for the 1 month we stayed together, every day he would place his hand on my belly and he would speak to my belly. Every day he would speak. Every day he would prophesy on my belly. Like it wasn't a 1 day thing. It was something he did continually. Like he was very consistent in praying for me. So he would rest his hand, he would pray on my belly, he would say, "You carry your own children, you carry all the children you want to carry." And so he did that. And then it got to a point where, oh, the sex part was there, yeah. But we got to a point where I had to travel back to the UK to finish my masters. And because that period we weren't together, and I knew that there was a lot of controversies like concerning my marriage. A lot of people didn't want us to get married. Imagine you wanting to get married as a woman and you don't have the support of a lot of people around you, and then you know that the doctor has told you you're never going to have a child. You'll be scared. It brings fear. Because even on my wedding day, people came to me and say, "Oh, in the next 9 months, let's come for baby dedication."
Pressure.
The pressure was already there, and it's normal as an African woman. Once you're getting married, you're already under pressure to start having kids. So I had that pressure, and I was in the UK. I lay down on my couch. This was 1st of August 2012. We got married 2012 June. So this was 1st of August 2012. I lay down on my couch and I started praying. And one of the things I said to God was, "Give me just one child. Just one child, God. I need just one child." Because I knew I had enemies. I knew I had people who were waiting to mock me or laugh at me. So all I wanted was just one child, just to prove that God was by my side. And I made a vow to God on that couch, and I told God, I said, "If you give me just one child, I am going to dedicate this child back to you." That was the covenant I had with God. He wasn't with me. I was just alone when I made that prayer. And part of it also, I was like, "God, this child is going to be yours. This child, I'm going to make sure this child follows your path. I'm going to make sure this child knows you. So I made that covenant with God early, even without his own knowledge. And so another thing I told God was, if by the end of August, I find out that I am pregnant, I am going to sow a seed. Now, it wasn't about a pastor. It was my relationship with God. And because I know that God actually told me to enter this marriage now, but people can't be laughing at me and mocking. And so when I made that vow, it was the first day in August. I didn't tell him anything. In the middle of August, I think 15th or 16th of August, I went and I started buying pregnancy test strips. So I bought lots of them, different brands. And I brought them and I put them in my bathroom. I just dumped it. That was my own faith work. Now, my husband wasn't with me. I was alone doing my master's. And it was my faith work. I was like, God, this is already middle of August. I'm buying this pregnancy test. I need to do this test, you know. So from the 15th of August, I started doing pregnancy tests every day. So I'll do on the 15th, do on the 16th, do on the 7th. Imagine the amount of pregnancy test strip. Even after I had the baby, I still had a bundle.
We saw one a few days ago.
Yeah,
right?
I still had a bundle of pregnancy test strips because
guys, we saw one a few days ago.
I
Like
bought a lot of pregnancy test strip. It was my faith work. It was me and God. Now I didn't care about what doctors had said, and so that period. Each time I did pregnancy test, it was negative. I think I got tired on the 25th of doing. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take, and that taking a break was out of fear. Like, I'm going to take a break, that kind of thing. And then on the 30th of August, I walked into the bathroom. My mom was actually in the sitting room. So she and my brother came on a visit. She was in the sitting room. So I went into the bathroom. I was like, oh, let me just do this test. After all, I don't have anything to lose. The test strip is lying everywhere. I did that test and I saw 2 lines on that test strip. I dropped it. I went inside the kitchen, drank plenty water. Now, this is a test I did on the 25th or 24th and it showed me negative.
Every day you've been doing it.
Every day I was doing it and I was seeing negative. But that didn't stop me because I held God. You know when you hold God in the hem of his garment and say, God, this one, please do it. Because I can't depend on anyone else. And that was what I did as well. It was so much of faith. And I know that where he was also praying. Because he knew the concerns and all that. So I went and drank so much water to induce me to wee again. And then I went into the toilet again. The second time, I used a different brand to do that test. Immediately, I did that test and I looked at it. It showed me positive again. So these are 2 test strips from different brands. And I was okay, this is not enough. My mom was in the sitting room. She was literally eating. I was like, no, this is not enough. I dropped both of them. I went back into the kitchen and I kept drinking water just to wee and see what was happening to me.
When the Lord turned the captivity of Zion, they were like them that dream.
Excited. And so I went again and the third time I did a different brand and it still showed positive. In that excitement, I ran to my mom in the sitting room and I said, I have something to tell you. She was like, what's this? My brother was there. I said, I'm pregnant. And she was like, she knelt down and she started singing because she knew the result I had gotten from doctors that I'm never going to have a child. And my mom said, I made a vow to God to give you a child. So it wasn't just me that was holding God.
Network.
My husband was holding God. My mom was holding God on my behalf. And I was holding God. And it was 3 of us. It was 3 of us. We made a very powerful force. And when my mom said, I believed, I knew you were going to be pregnant, I didn't have any doubt in me. That I even made a vow, you know. And so it was in that moment I called him. And out of excitement, when you're newly pregnant, out of excitement, I called my husband and I said, babe, guess what? He was like, oh, what is it? I said, I'm so happy. I was like, guess. He was like, what is it? I'm like, babe, I'm pregnant. Do you know what he said? He didn't tell me, wow, oh. He said, I know. Now, that I know broke me. Not that, it broke me in a very spiritual way. Because if you tell your husband that has been praying for you to have a child, that you're pregnant, and he says he knows, how did he know? The same thing, I went to my mom and she was like, I knew. And so it was the same time frame I asked God. Now, there was issues. We had issues because the issue was, I was not in the country when I became pregnant, when I knew I was pregnant. He was far away from me.
But we had marathon before she left.
Just shut up, man.
We're running around the field of Afghanistan. What's that stadium?
Just shut up, man.
Abuja National Stadium.
Just keep quiet. So
Let's add some sauce into it now.
Yeah, no, but we weren't together. The point is, we weren't together. And let me tell you how God
Covenant keeping God.
Let me tell you how God does things. Now, when I realized I was pregnant, the pregnancy started growing. Pregnancy cannot hide. Now, the next fear was, won't people think I cheated? I'm telling you, and these are the struggles we women face. Now, you're now pregnant, but you're not with your husband when you're pregnant, and you're carrying a pregnancy in another country. What will people say? And lo and behold, Michelle came and looked exactly like him. Like I don't know. I don't know.
To silence
I don't know.
the mouth of...
Just strike a chord for me.
Paro Shagadaba. My wife is in the spirit.
All my cares upon you. I lay all of my burdens down at your feet. Anytime, I don't know what to do. Lord, I cast all my cares upon you. Anytime, I don't know just what to do. Lord, I cast all my cares upon you. Anytime, you don't know what to do, just cast all your cares upon Him. God never fails. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. If God has said it, He will do it. God will exceed your expectations. I don't even know who I'm speaking to, but my life is a testimony that there is God somewhere. There is God somewhere who listens, who feels, who understands. There is God who hears. There is God who says what He means, and He means what He says. The same God that said none shall be barren in the land showed up. He is the same, and He will show up. God has never, ever, ever failed. He's never failed me. I've never ever stood up and said, in this situation, God failed me.
Hallelujah.
God has never ever failed me. I just want someone to believe. I don't know why Emmanuel asked me this question, but this is one of those things that, this is one of those testimonies that when I think about it, and you know, Michelle came. Michelle came and everything changed. When Michelle came, I told God, I said, this is the child that you gave to me. I am giving her back to you. I went back to God and I said, take the child. Use her the way you choose. Now, in Michelle's life, I don't have a hand. Use Michelle. And you know what God did? After I handed Michelle over to God, God blessed me with 3 children extra. He gave me pressed down, shaken together, rolled over.
Glory to God.
God made me a fruitful vine. Out of nothing. Out of nothing. He uses the foolish things of the world. You see the things that don't make sense. He uses it. He uses it. He uses it. God can use anyone. If God could show up for me, you don't have a clue how I feel right now. Like, just thinking back and saying, I had people ready to chew me out. I had people ready to say, you see, we told you not to marry her. She doesn't even have a womb. I had people ready to devour me. But my mom said something. He said, if you have God, you have all you need to survive.
Hallelujah.
It does not matter what people think or what people believe or what people say about you. As long as God is on that journey with you, he says, even if you walk through the fire, I will be with you. So you see that fire you're feeling is hot, but there is God there with you. He is feeling exactly what you're feeling. I didn't plan this, but I'm happy. I'm happy. And every time I look at my children, people are wondering, oh, the way you treat your children. My children are packages I didn't expect. I didn't expect any of them. Like, I don't deserve any of them. And so the most I can do is sit down and value what God has given to me. So, that, I don't know. But why did you take me to that moment? Why did you take me to, of all the questions to ask me, why did you take me to that moment? Like,
guys,
I don't know.
Whew, I hope someone has been blessed and inspired by that. Yeah. Okay, on a lighter note, guys, let's talk about the pregnancy journey. There was one night.
Which of the pregnancies? Is it Davian or
Michelle,
Michelle?
same Michelle.
Okay.
So let me just give some of you the story. So if you're here, if you're an expectant
Someone
dad.
says, I'm tearing already. I love that song. To God be the glory. And
if you're an expectant dad and you're trying to figure out how you're going to cope, there was one night my wife couldn't sleep. And she was itching, guys. I'll never forget that day. She was itching because if you're a man and you're here, get this right. So that, because sometimes we get so busy and caught up and we are insensitive about, or we don't even have empathy about people's concerns and all that, which is not nice. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't sleep. She was itching and she was pregnant. And you know, it's so bad because here in this country they don't even allow you to take Piriton.
you can't even take medications.
And so we didn't have Piriton, and we didn't even have paracetamol.
And it was like a sensitive period because
Very
when you're
sensitive.
pregnant,
You can't take anything.
You can't just take medications
You
for the
can't take-
fun of it.
you
You
can't
need to do
take
a
it.
test.
Yeah.
Doctor must see you.
Exactly.
And
It was so painful. I was so angry. Look at my wife crying in pain. I couldn't do anything. That night broke me, guys. I was like, oh no, what is... I felt like, I started cursing. let me not use the word curse.
Did you curse?
Yeah, I was angry in my spirit. I was really saying, okay, let me re-edit the script. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy based on the fact that the country I was coming from, I can walk into the pharmacy and then pick up something. If I need something, I speak with a pharmacist and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. And then right there, they give you a solution. But here, oh my goodness, you have to go through all the protocols, and back home we call it due process. So it was so difficult to get her a medication, and she couldn't take me. Cut the long story short, she slept finally. Did you sleep? You didn't sleep till the following morning.
No, I didn't sleep.
So finally,
but
you had some relief.
But that was easier compared to the day of delivery.
Wait, I'm going somewhere. The following morning, guys, guess what? I came out of the house. I started walking around the street of Romford. The RM6. I was just walking. Guess what I was doing? I was looking for a pharmacy. I was just looking. Where can I find? Guess I was looking for all kinds of medication for itching. I walk into this one. They're like, sorry, you need to get a note from the GP. You need to get. I was got so angry.
To see
guys, guess what happened? After that season, I learned my lesson in a very bad way. Till today, there's a medication I cannot finish in my house. It's called Piriton. If I travel to Nigeria, you know the rest.
Yeah,
let me not say that because I'm.
You can actually get Piriton across counter now. You can.
But back then it wasn't so.
Before you couldn't.
Back then it was so bad.
And it was
yeah,
worse,
I think now it's better now.
Now you can't. You can walk up to it's one of those medications can get across counter. And it was a sensitive period because with pregnancy, anything can cause itching. It's not just about allergy. So
I'm telling you guys,
want to be sure what's causing the itching before they actually administer something to you.
That's one of the most.
But the thing about that first pregnancy is it somehow brought us together. Because even when I went into labor, it was just after church. We left from church. Michelle was 40 weeks complete, and he made spaghetti and sauce. So anyone that is asking if Emmanuel can cook, he's a good cook. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a good cook when it comes to certain things, though. He cooks really well. Yeah, but you cook really well, man. So I shouldn't say it. So he cooks well. So he made spag and sauce. And after eating, I went into labor. We managed the first set of the contraction at home, went into the hospital after 28 hours of labor. I started pushing. Guess what happened? My BP dropped. Was it dropped or went high? I think it was Davian's own that my BP dropped.
It was Davian's own. Yes.
My BP went high, and all I was hearing was, oh, her BP's up. Before we knew it, we had loads and loads of consultants coming into the ward and saying, this baby has to get out. This baby has to get out. And it was a very, it wasn't an easy, none of my deliveries have been easy at all. So when people say, give Michelle a baby sister, I'm like, you people should keep it. No way. Delivery, pregnancy can be smooth for me, but delivery for the four of them wasn't so easy, So we had Michelle, and guess what? The person who actually delivered me of Michelle, the consultant, her name was
Michelle.
Dr.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Wow.
So when she asked, what's the baby's name? I said Michelle. She was like,
she was excited.
That's her name. So everything just everything, and when choosing Michelle's name, he gave me, and this is a very unique thing that I haven't seen anywhere. And one thing Emmanuel has done for all our kids, he will say, you're the one that passes through the pregnancy. You're the one that goes through the tough delivery. I want you to name our children. So you see those 4 kids, I named the 4 children. The only thing Emmanuel would do is I'll ask him, how do you say this in your language? How do you say this in your language? And then we'll look for the native part. So Michelle's name means there is none like God. because for me, honestly, there was none like God. Like, there is still none like God. And then her own native name is Ehikumlawocho, right?
Yeah.
It means my gift to God. When I say my gift, people say, oh, God's gift to you. No, Michelle is not just God's gift to me. Michelle is the gift I have given back to God. You know, when it's like someone gives you something and you say, oh, thank you so much, I give it back to you. So that is the child that Michelle is to me. She is. So sometimes I look at her, I'm like, you have no clue what God is going to use you to do, because I've dedicated her. And I even told Emmanuel, I said, see, where Michelle is, just take your hands off. She is already a child that I had promised to give back to God. So our own duty is to like help raise her up the way that she should grow. She has opened a lot of road for us. Beautiful things have happened since Michelle have come. There's one song. There is none like you. I hope it's the key.
Wait, I want to ask you a question. Is it that the angel will just come and minister and whisper it in your ear?
The spirit is moving.
Because you're still making a conversation.
No one else can touch my life like you do. I hope it's the key. All right.
It's not the key.
All right.
I have to look for it.
No. Just strike that one that we were singing. Strike you've changed it. There is none like you. No one else can touch my life like you do. By your ancestral eternity, Lord, I can find there is none like you. There is truly none like God, and that's what Michelle represents in our lives. All right, so I've answered the question.
Okay,
Whoa, that
I think
question was a lot.
we've taken enough time to actually talk about.
So I think people are asking us questions.
You're asking questions.
Let me read some of these lovely comments that are here, so that I don't miss out.
Ow.
So Mercy says, lovely voice. Emmanuel is an organist. What a wonderful combination.
I am not.
Your words are sinking in, watering our faith, waking up some aspects which are almost gone in us. Thank you so much. Thank you to Mercy for sharing. Then I have Hannah says, Doc, you're just helping me share my testimony. I'm the one running away from being pregnant because just one touch can get me pregnant now. But I waited 5 years plus for a child.
Wow.
And not one day in those 5 years did I get pregnant. But one day God showed up for me and gave me double blessings.
Wow.
Wow, this is a huge testimony. Thanks, Hannah, for sharing.
Can I come in, please? Can I just say a word? Please, guys, you see, you don't know what your testimony can do to someone. I think Christina, you should be taking some testimonies. Look, guys, there's so much bad news out there. There's so much. You turn here, you're seeing dysfunction, you're seeing so much pain. People are crying, people are losing their minds and all that. So I think if you have good testimonies or testimonies that can encourage someone, Amen. Build them up, kindly send them across to Christiana, and we'll, if you want to go anonymous, it's fine. We'll just share it on this platform, let people know about it. As you can see, we're telling ours, so we're leading already. so send in your testimonies, beautiful comments and all that. Send them. God bless you. What's her name?
Hannah.
Hannah, thank you, Hannah, for that beautiful testimony. You see, that can strengthen someone that is in a dark place, because you don't even, especially people from the African background, there's so much. The in-laws, the extended families, they can be very, very mean, and then they act like you are the one that's supposed to make. Even most times, it will even shock you that medically sometimes it's even the men that are lacking in that regard. Mm-hmm. So but I think
the blame is always
and then
on
they
the
push
woman.
it on the woman, and they put so much pressure on the woman, and that has also led to infidelity.
Do you want to go there?
I wanted to say let's end this and move to your sex topic because we need to touch something only before we go.
Really? Do you really want to talk about sex today?
No, you told them last week that they're going to talk.
Yeah, but the anniversary has taken over.
Okay.
So we would just that's why I said I'll be a bit selfish.
So send your comments on
send us questions that you want us to answer. I think I have a question here already.
Okay, which one?
I can't find it anymore. Oh, I miss it.
Sylvia say happy anniversary, lovely family, keep shining. Thank you, Sylvia.
So your mother-in-law says,
hey, mommy,
Emmanuel is the kind of son-in-law any mother would pray for.
Oh my, let me play something. See, guys, there are some comments I take. I'm being biased. Ooh, sweet mother.
What is it? It's my mother.
Hey, I love you, mommy. Yeah. Oh, mommy, I'm giving you kisses, man. Kisses all the way. Kisses. Sweet mother.
Why are you kissing my mom?
What's your problem? Can't I kiss my mother again?
So, ask questions. Do you want me to ask you another question? Wow, you took a question, like the question you asked it wasn't a question I was expecting.
Christian, there's so much bad news. I wanted to give people some sorts of...
Yeah, but it's a good question. I'm not saying
there's so much power. And you've not even talked about Davian. Maybe on our next show we'll talk about Davian. Or on another show we'll talk about... Davian is another bundle of testimony, So, and even the twins, the twins, you will even be shocked. Like Christiana was literally in the operating room. She was delivering, and I and her were having a conversation. Guys, don't even worry about that. You remember?
Is it the one that shouldn't sleep?
Yeah, I was so like. Let me not go there. That's for another day. Another day.
The experience of Davian.
Yeah, but another I was literally. I prayed. I've done everything. I told her, I said, you know what? Yeah, don't sleep. Let's talk. I'm gonna engage you. I was across the curtain, and so while she was busy going. A lot of activity was going there with all the specialists. I was talking to her and I was holding her hands and we're talking.
And when I want to sleep, he will shake my hand and say,
guys,
don't sleep.
Guys.
Don't sleep.
I love this woman, Scatter.
Whoa. Okay.
That was not scripted though. That was unscripted.
That took me I wasn't expecting.
I love you, Scatter, baby.
Thank you.
But let's go to the business of the day.
Thank you. And thanks for coming back to where we were.
I love you. Can't I say, hey, I love my wife. Deal with it.
All right. So, next question I have for you. One last question.
Okay.
You ask first, or I ask you first.
One last question.
So we know we've looked at 2 questions.
Christiana.
One last question, because nobody's sending a question in yet.
Yeah, because they've been blessed by you see, sometimes there's some light overshadows a lot of darkness.
Oh, Momsy says, it may not be a bad idea to put your testimony on paper to encourage people who may be passing through similar
Exactly. Thank you, Mommy. Noted. You see?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think I will write
about... Somebody says, love him too, Joe.
I always write about it. So every Thursdays, I use Thursdays as testimony Thursdays and throwback Thursdays, just to write about some of the testimonies I've gone through, some of the things I've gone through, and how God has been there for me. Because it hasn't been an easy journey. And one of the things I wrote today was, Emmanuel has actually walked himself to being my best friend. Now,
you don't know who's sitting beside me.
Okay.
She's more than Google Analytics. So if someone that is more than Google Analytics tells you are
no, but so he has walked. Sing that.
Let me. When I release that tone,
I'm not releasing
I drop it. Then you go. You hit the note for me.
I can't hear it.
Are you guys having fun? Are you guys having fun on the show today? Next week we'll be looking at.
I was about saying something, you cut me. So
What do you
yeah,
want to
please
say?
don't cut me. So as I was saying, Emmanuel has worked himself to being my best friend. Now, it's one thing getting married. Now, I'm not saying best friend as lip service. I'm not a proud person, but before you can be my friend, let alone my best friend, it takes a lot. I'm not someone that has so many friends. Yeah, I'm not.
You don't even have.
I'm
you
not.
don't
A,
even have
I'm
one.
not a friend person.
Do you have a friend?
Yeah, and
You don't have a friend.
I'm not a friend person. Like I remember when my mom would tell me, try and smile, try and smile. My mom literally had to teach me that I needed to smile because I'm not the smiling type.
It's called the public interface.
So, but somehow, and this is. Please don't cut me. I'm trying to say something.
I
very
promise I
important.
won't.
Now, you can be married, and your spouse is not your best friend either ways. Now the thing is, Emmanuel, I think I've said this before, but just an emphasis. He has been there. You know when someone has seen you die and come back. Someone has seen you sick and well. Someone has seen you strong and weak. Someone has seen you in your best and in your worst moment. Now, he has not just seen. Now, seeing is one thing. Being there is another thing. Now, there are people that can't be there for you. But this one has been there. He has his square.
Do you know, I wanted to say something.
Please don't interrupt me. That is one of the square. Don't interrupt me.
Why did you see one of the... Ha!
I just said you have square and you showed it.
Hey!
By interrupting
No,
me.
what I wanted to say was, do you know, I wanted
Don't
to say that...
interrupt me. He has...
Hey!
I caught you, right?
I'm not taking this your compliment again. Let everything scatter.
Okay. So you don't have to take it. It's a compliment anyway. It's not even a compliment. It's reality. But you know, compliment, really, it's reality.
Do you know, I just thought about it that I've been traumatized.
Who traumatized you?
Now, let me explain. Do you know, sometimes I try to be overly protective
Yeah.
of you, and then you're like, hey, I'm not a baby. And, you know, it's because of... When you said this now...
I don't like that thing.
Yeah, no, because when you said
Emmanuel
this thing now...
is so, like...
The pictures
sometimes I'll
of
be like,
her vulnerable moments, like, they play in my head, and I try to, like I'm on... And then she was like, hey, back off, I'm an adult. And I'm like, okay, sorry, I forgot. So while you were saying it now, that I've been there, the thing just clicked. Continue.
okay.
I finished what I wanted to say.
So, this is my advice to people that aren't married yet. Yeah, and I'm going to go to those that are married. Now, I'm not a marriage counselor. You know, I always say that. But the experience I've had, have actually taught me whatever it is that you have on your long list that you want to give God about the kind of man you want. Can you also include a man
Friendship.
that respects your opinion? Can you put that? Because some people don't see that as a big deal. Oh, no. But it's difficult to stay with someone who doesn't listen to you, who doesn't think your opinion is important, who sees you like for the other room, who doesn't even seek your opinion about anything. So for that person, So while you're writing your long list, don't forget that communication is very important. You need a man that would be able to sit down and listen to the nasty things you have to say. Because sometimes what you have to say might be nasty, but it might be wisdom in that nasty stuff that you have to say. And it takes a man who listens, who connects to get it out. Now, do not, and for men, I'm not supposed to advise men, but yeah, don't marry a strong-willed woman only to make her become less of herself. if you want a weak woman, marry a weak woman. Because some people marry strong-willed women just to push them under, and then that gift to protect you
it's not maximized.
is not maximized. You and your spouse, you're a team. Work as a team. I spoke about competition. It's not necessary. Sometimes he would say, oh babe, you can sing, come and sing with me. And I'm like, it's not my thing. Sometimes people will say, your husband sings better. I am not competing. You're not in your spouse's life to compete. You're there to complement. So where he is weak, your strength should show. Where both of you are weak, God becomes your strength.
Brilliant.
But most importantly, marry a man or a woman who can be a team player with you. And within a team, there's a leader. Within a team, there's a follower. Within a team, there's an initiator. Within a team, there's a facilitator. Now,
within a team, there's an executor.
There's an executor. Now, once you should be able to identify who your team player is and what their strengths are, and maximize their strength, because everyone has their strength. Every man, every woman has strength. You need to identify what that strength is between two of us. Yeah, like we interchange depending on what it is. But when it comes to executing, Emmanuel is very good with executing. I am very, very good with executing. So it depends on what we want to execute. When it comes to facilitating or initiating, yeah, I initiate. A lot of times I'll tell him, babe, do it like that, do it like that. And it takes a strong man to be able to sit down and listen to a woman say, why don't you try this? Women have so much upstairs. Women are not stupid. God did not create anything stupid. God created everything. And at the end of the day, he said, he created us, so he made us beautiful after creating us. So there's something unique about your spouse that you should harness, you should take advantage of, and you should walk with. Don't look at outside. You see that grass that you're looking at that is green is another man's farm that he has watered. What you're seeing, water it, water your own. Make your wife shine. Some men don't like their wives shining. When you're not there, your wife should be able to stand in for you and not be completely useless. When you're not there, your wife should be able to take care of the home. Your wife should be able to make decisions. But if you don't give her that strength, if you don't let her see that she can, she becomes useless to you. So when you're not there, she's depending on you. If you're taken out of that country, what happens? What decisions? So let your wife have her own voice. Let your wife have a voice. 50 Amazing Moms is here. You see this community that we are all watching from is here because I have a man who supports what I'm doing. He would tell me, oh, babe, why are you not going live? Oh, create this content. I'm like, I don't want to create content. It's me that literally says, I'm not doing this one. But he's there to always support whatever I want to do. He's there to... So support your wife to shine. Because at the end of the day, people would look at your wife and celebrate you as the man. At the end of the day, people will look at your husband and celebrate you as his wife. So both of you should work as a team. Enough said about being a marriage counselor, Christiana. I think that's it.
Someone said, how do I act when I get angry? That means you've not watched our video.
I think
no, the person has to go and watch our video.
Back. We've talked about that.
We've talked about that on our previous video. Go and watch it so that the view can rise. All right, another question. Which other question do we have?
So someone asks, how have you kept up with regards to your weakness in God in terms of prayer and your relationship with God? The question is not quite clear.
I think
but it's not, that question is not clear, so don't assume.
All right. I wanted to touch something, but I don't know if I should touch it
So,
next week.
thank you so much, Frank. Mom, thanks, Mom. So Dora says, "Oh my word, Doc, can you please talk to my hubby? He wouldn't allow me have my own voice." The reason I'm saying this is, it's not just you, Dora. Lots of
We
women
get lots of
are
messages.
there
Yeah.
who do not have a voice in their home. They don't have a say because the man feels she's not up to it. Now, if you're a woman in that situation where, now this is where I come in as a woman advocate. If you're a woman in that situation where you have a man who doesn't allow you have a voice or doesn't make you, like, you don't have an opinion, what I would advise on a very light note is improve on yourself.
Yeah, improve on your skill set.
Improve on yourself. You see, knowledge cannot hide. When you know a thing, he might deny it. He might stand up and say, no, you can't say. But when you know something, no one takes it from you. So if there's anything you would do for yourself as a woman, improve on yourself. One thing that as I've done in my life is, and if 4 years ago I wasn't here, I give myself goals. I make sure I hit that goal. I improve on myself. This is daily. It could be something as little as, but don't feel so relaxed in a marriage. You lose your identity. Improve on yourself. It could be a skill. It could be something you use your hands to do. It could be something that you're learning. It could be going to school. It could just be anything.
And the world is in your palm now.
Improve on yourself. Self-improvement. You don't need anybody to come and cheer you on and say, oh, you're doing great. Improve on yourself. There is no limit to what you can learn. When people see me do a lot of things like, oh, you do, I love learning. I can learn from anyone. My students, like, if you see me in class, because I teach, I'm a lecturer. If you see me in class, I learn from my students. Sometimes I go into class and I'm like, okay, so this topic is literally new. Can I get your opinion on what you think? I want to know what they know. Because I teach young people and they know a lot. A lot of times I learn from them. There is no limit to what you can learn. Don't block yourself and say, oh, I'm married now. I'm married.
And that's the end of the road.
And that's it. Now, I was speaking to a lady and I said, even if you don't want to improve because of your husband, now, block him off, yeah? Improve because of your children. Make sure that you're the kind of woman that your children would turn and be proud of.
Yeah.
Not just because you stood by them, but because you have something to offer intellectually. You see, my mom will call me. She will speak, I will listen. Because before I even knew what PhD is, my mom had a PhD. In fact, I was 5 years when my mom had a PhD, 5 or 6 years. I saw her in her PhD graduation. I admired it. I wanted to do the same. So, improve. I look at my mom. She's been an inspiration to me. And I want mothers to be inspiration to their kids. You must not have a PhD, but you can learn something that you can teach your child. You can know something that you say, okay, I don't have all the qualifications in the world, but this is what I'm going to teach you as my child. There's a lot you can learn. It could be cooking, baking, makeup, fashion, just anything.
As long as you're passionate about
but
it.
never, ever be the same you that a man married. If he married you having a BSc 5 years ago,
Step up.
5 years after, step up. Even if it means BSc plus learning something, or a master's, or just don't sit down and fold your hand and say, oh, my husband provides everything. It's okay. I even want if he's providing everything, that's beautiful. Save up and learn something, women. Don't be an idle woman. I see so many times a lot of women suffer when the breadwinner is gone. When a man fades, it's sad. When a man dies off, the widows, they start suffering. Why? Why?
Can I add something?
Yeah, you can.
And I hear someone say, but I can't leave the house. I'm babysitting, I'm parenting, I need to check the children, I need to do school run, you can learn online.
All right,
now.
there's a question.
You can learn
Faith.
online now. So if you learn online, the world is in your palm. So whatever you want to learn, you can learn just from the click on your phone.
So Faith asks the question, what would you do when your man refuses to understand you? Now, understanding is left for the individual. You cannot force someone to understand you. And you can't be forced to understand someone. Yeah? If your man is not understanding you, make yourself as simple as possible. The most important thing is how you feel about yourself. The way you carry yourself. You can't give what you don't have. If you don't carry yourself well, you're depending on his understanding to move with your life. It will not happen. So if he doesn't understand you, you understand yourself. Because sometimes we, as human beings, we want others to understand us, but we don't even understand ourselves. We're not even aware of what we're doing. So you can't force someone to understand you when a lot of women don't even know who they are. You don't even know what you want. You don't understand yourself. How would a man understand you? So the first thing you would do as a woman, if you feel a man is not understanding you, be sure that you understand yourself. Once you understand yourself, you're aware of yourself. Make yourself as simple as possible. If you're not aware of you, you can't make yourself simple. Sometimes the way we communicate matters as well. So it's very deep. It's very deep. One cannot be forced, but you can help your husband understand you, especially if you love the person. Make yourself simple. So things that because I know we women, we have a lot of hormonal fluctuations.
Imbalance.
So not everyone has hormonal imbalance, please. It fluctuates. Sometimes our hormones
gets in the way.
It gets in the way, and he won't understand that. Yeah, when you're happy, he doesn't understand it. When you're sad, he doesn't get it. He's not going through what you're going through. Do you understand what I mean? So the best thing is speak about it, because sometimes I'm in a particular mood, hormonal like this, and he will come to me. I'll just tell him, guy, I'm not feeling it, man.
Why do you use that word, guy?
But you're my guy now.
Can you be more... Let's be
but you're my guy now.
Can we be more professional about it?
But you say you want to be personal.
I said mommy, with mommy.
So with me, you want to be professional.
No,
okay.
we're on a professional plan.
All right. So sometimes when Mr. Emmanuel Stephen comes to me...
Better. Thank you. Go ahead.
Never. Never. It's not happening.
I don't want to laugh. I've been keeping this straight face. I don't know why you're making me laugh now.
So yeah. So make sure you understand yourself and make yourself simple. If you're going through a particular thing, speak about it in clear terms. Yeah, because sometimes hormones take over. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. So you need to make yourself as easy as possible. Me, I'm very complex, to be honest. Sometimes, but one thing I try to do is I try to keep my words simple. So if I'm not feeling it, I just say, but he never understands. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. If I'm not happy, I'm not happy. If I'm not... Just say it in a simple way, because I think at this point, your spouse should be your friend. Your spouse should be someone you should be able to communicate with. Okay. All right. So someone says, please, you people should talk to us on family planning. Now, I cannot teach you on family planning because, number one, I am not a medical professional. Yeah? Favor, you've been on and on about it. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a doctor of philosophy. So,
but what?
No, because I can't come and tell you, because my contraceptives didn't work. So I can't advise anybody for anything. Family planning. My best advice with family planning is, please
see a GP.
See your doctor. Don't try to come online and be thinking. if I don't know it, I don't know it.
It can be misleading
It can be.
if you're trying to
And a
get,
lot of times people say
online support.
online advice, just your doctor is the best person.
Yeah.
Because most times one thing works for one person, it doesn't work for the other person. And you even say that even some of these family planning methods, they'll tell you it's not 100% safe. They'll tell you it's 99%. So there's 1% chance of it failing. I've read that, I've researched that. So there's no one way of family planning. The best thing to do is speak to your doctor about it. And your doctor who has been monitoring you is the best person you can go to speak to about family planning. Seriously, because you've been on about it and I'm wondering, okay, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not.
Next.
Yeah, next question. So let's see. Chat Kevin Lane. Please, I want to ask a question. How does it feel? Okay, I've answered that one. More good things here. Amen.
Ooh.
So let's see. Okay, so I don't think we have another question coming in yet. So what do we do now? We'll just take a bit of moment to just please share the video. Please share the video. Do you want me to sing?
No, I want you to talk.
What am I talking?
I just went on a break, like on.
Well, they asked the question, I answered.
Okay, guys. If there are no questions, we'll move ahead.
Okay, so if you don't have further questions, we will have to.
Well, how can we just? I'm just wondering, like.
What are you wondering?
Like I'm thinking.
You know,
I'm
but the
thinking
thing
why there's so much pressure
next Tuesday
on.
We are going to go back to talking about love and sex. I'm going to talk. I'll touch a bit on love, but the sex part is next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. And I didn't list out questions because I didn't list out comments that people have. Because I said today I was going to just focus on our anniversary and just enjoy the moment. Please try and share the video. Alright, so let's just do some. Sing now.
You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my only.
Sing now.
You are my only. You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my only in all. Your part.
Seeking you as a precious jewel, Lord, to give up, I'll be a fool. You are my only in all.
Alright, you take the second verse.
Taking my sin, my cross, my shame, rising again, I'll bless your name. You are my only in all. Do you want to sing it? When I fall down, you pick me up.
When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my only in all. We sing Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. And oh, what joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know He touched me and made me whole.
He touched me. He touched me. I know what joy that fills my soul.
Something
happened in
and
my
now
life.
I know He touched me and made me whole. Something happened, and now I know He touched me and made me whole. Made me whole.
I love the man of Galilee, for He has done so very much for me. He has forgiven all my sins and sent the Holy Ghost within. I love the man of Galilee.
I love that man of Galilee, for He's done so many things for me. He has forgiven me all my sins and sent the Holy Ghost to me. I love the man of Galilee. I wanted to say something. Guys,
Why did you cut it like that?
I'll be back. People often ask, I love your family. I love this about you. I see a lot of comments on Christiana's platform and I'm like, I love you. I just love you. Hey guys, if you want to know Christiana's secret, this is one of her secret, guys.
What?
Dwelling in the secret place. Always spending time in the presence of the Lord, trying to just inquire, getting away from the noise, the crowd, the dysfunctions around in our society. Because trust me, there's no friend that can be stickier. Am I correct? That can be closer and
Stickier than
there's no friend that can stick closer.
stick
There's
closer
no
than
friend,
a brother.
mommy.
Stick closer than a brother.
All right. So as I was saying, you need a friend, and the only true, let me use another word to use that. Let me leave that English language for those people. The only true friend you can have that will not be biased is the person of the Holy Spirit. And that's why we try to spend time to introduce people on this platform to the person of the Holy Spirit, because He can teach you so much more than you can even imagine.
All right, let's just
So
sing
yeah,
it.
so I'm going to continue with that song. I think that thought just came now, just to give someone a hint there. So we're just going to worship, and then we end the show.
I love the man of Galilee, for He's done so very much for me. He has forgiven all my sins
And send the Holy Ghost to me. I love the man
of
Galilee. Thank you for the rain.
Galilee. The sun.
Thank you for the rain for the past 10 years. For the latter rain We're just thanking God for all He's done for us. For answering our prayers, confirming your word. Thank you for the lattering. Somebody will say, but my husband is not born again. Someone says, but my husband is not born again. How can I make him serve the Lord? How can I love what I'm seeing. How can I make him serve the Lord? Someone is here, you say, how can my husband is not close to God. He's just, you can make him close to God on your knees. Thank you for the lattering, for answering our prayers, confirming your word. Thank you for the lattering. Jesus, Jesus, it is with much pleasure that I praise your name. Jesus, Jesus, it is much pleasure that I praise your name. All right, let me please sing the one you sing. Jesus,
I don't even know it.
Jesus, it is with much pleasure that I praise your name. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, it is with much pleasure that I praise your name. I want to sing hymns. Do you have some lovely hymns we could touch?
Hymns. You sure you want to sing hymns?
There's some hymns.
You want to sing
hymns with
what kind of hymn?
with a grateful heart.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I may not trust my sweetest faith, but will lean on Jesus' name.
On Christ the solid
rock
rock
I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. When darkness veils his ugly face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil.
On Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand.
The one that you like, would you want to play it?
Guiding the tree person, you the
Blessed Trinity.
all hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels
Prostrate for
bring forth the royal diadem and crowning crown him Lord, and crown him Lord. Somebody crown him and crown him Lord, and crown him Lord of Lords. Father, we thank you.
Will your anchor hold in the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife, when the strong tides lift and the cable strain? Will your anchor drift or firm remain? We have an anchor that keeps our soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Savior's love. We have an anchor that keeps our souls steadfast and sure while the billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Savior's love. We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll. It's fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Savior's love. We have an anchor that keeps our soul steadfast and sure where the billows roll. It's fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Savior's love. Whoa.
Okay, it's actually, guys. I wanted to say something. While you were playing, something a thought just came to my mind now. You know, it can be very, very difficult to two different people. I don't know how I don't know how God worked out that concept of marriage. Two different people from two different backgrounds, two different. They came up. They were brought up. Why are you laughing?
Because Mabel said, "Why did you give me that look when I put my hand on your shoulder?"
Because you like doing like somebody's mother. I have the mommy. My mommy is here already on the line.
But if I hold you, am I behaving like your mom?
Yeah, I don't know why.
But no, I just held you.
Yeah,
You're shy.
Yeah,
No, but I just held you.
I wanted to say something now.
Speak.
Oh, Facebook snap me. Facebook snap me. I knew you'd stop. All right. Do you know Facebook can create that as a thumbnail? And let me not go there. I wanted to say something. I said two people from different backgrounds, and then God just. I've seen marriages that didn't last 24 hours. I've seen marriages that didn't last 2 weeks. I've seen your guys know that already. You know that. And then so when you see marriages that have lasted 1 year, 2 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. I mean, it's worth giving God thanks. It's worth so that's just our way of just saying, "Hey, God, thank you so
We are
much."
just grateful. We are just grateful.
Yeah.
Like we
Against all odds and all that. I was telling my mom this afternoon, and I was like, when she called,
Your mom?
my mom, leave me. I said, Mom, you know what? A lot of people thought like we'll not pull through, and then now they're eating their own words, and then now when they look back, they're like, so God was actually with these people, and I knew it not. Remember when Jacob was lying down, and then angels were ascending and descending, and Jacob said, so God was here and I knew it not. So that has been our own story, right? Our journey. It's been like God has been with us all
God
through.
is always near
and so their
us.
prediction, like the stock market, just failed. And then God has been there. And then we still look unto Him because we're not there yet. We still need to throw out some garbages and some, junks. And so we're still building. And then so we're looking unto Him to perfect, because the Bible says He's the author and the finisher of our faith.
So someone said something. I don't want to talk about that.
Doctor, you can freely hold him, but you
Yeah, but I've not
can't
stopped him from
allow
holding
him
me now.
to
Have I told him not to hold me? While you were talking,
whoever this person is, has been following the
while
show.
you were talking, yeah, this,
Come here, girl.
this song. Oh, you made me lose key. Strike the chord.
Guy.
Oh yeah, strike the chord for me.
You know I love you, right?
God,
Why are you frowning your
face? Hear me.
Guys, look at this woman. I said, you know I love you, right? She's frowning her face. Who does that? I thought maybe she's heard it over 1,000 times. I'm sure you heard it like...
No. I don't get used to it, I like hearing it. It feels good, Feels good, yeah, feels good. Okay. Oh my goodness. You know that, just give me that.
Guys, I'll do a challenge on this show. You know the challenge I'm going to do?
That's the song that entered. So maybe I'll say, yes, my marriage is 15 years by September.
You see? That's a whole lot to thank God.
It's been rough, though. I give God all
yeah,
the
that's
Through it all. Strike the chord, let's sing. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all. Through it all. I've learned to depend upon His word. Maybe this song, I'm dedicating it to you.
Through it all. Oh, through it all.
Just learn to trust in Jesus. Just learn to trust in God. Through it all.
Even though your marriage is 1 year, through it all, celebrate it.
Just learn to depend upon His word.
We say through it all. Oh yeah, through it
all. We've learned to trust in Jesus. We've learned to trust in God. Through it all.
Oh yeah.
Through it all.
Oh, we learn to depend upon His word. Whoa, 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 through it all. Yeah, we all.
Just learn to trust in Jesus. Just learn to trust in God.
Through it all. Oh, yeah,
Through it all. Just learn to depend upon His word.
I want to say something. You might not know the way, you might not have the full picture, but just know that God,
yeah,
you can depend on God.
Yeah.
And when you trust, He's going to lead the way. even in a very in most dark times. A lot of, like during this pandemic,
So,
a lot of
another
families are going
person,
through a
so
lot of challenges,
Denisa
but trust to
says-
depend on Jesus.
Denisa says, my marriage will be 14 years in September.
Wow.
It's been good.
Wow.
Through it all.
Come on now, let's get the comments coming. Through it all,
Just
learn
learn
to trust in Jesus.
Just
Learn to trust in God. Through it all. Oh, yeah.
Just learn to depend upon His word. So Chineye says, celebrate God with us. My marriage will be 1 year on the 29th.
Wow. Through it all. Through it all. Just learn to trust in Jesus. Just learn to trust in God. Through it all. Through it all.
Just learn to depend upon His word. Dora says, I learned to trust in Him. Hers is just 15 years gone.
Wow.
It hasn't been easy, but God is really with us.
Yeah.
Through it all.
Oh, through it all.
Just learn to trust in Jesus.
Just learn to trust
We've
in
learned to trust in God.
He knows the way. Doesn't matter what it is right now. Just learn to depend upon
His word.
the path of the just shines brighter and brighter.
So May has been married for 11 years.
Wow.
Through it all.
Through it all.
We've learned to trust in Jesus.
We learn to trust in God. Yeah, through it all. Through it all.
We've learned to depend upon His word. I'm going to change the song shortly. So
Why?
someone says, Ime says, my marriage will be 13 years by December.
Wow.
God has been faithful. Ugochi says, my marriage will be 10 years in December.
Wow.
God is really awesome.
Wow.
Hemi Tayo says, my marriage will be 19 years
Wow.
in October.
Wow.
And my husband has always been there.
Wow. Through it all.
Faithful
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
I told you I'll change the song.
Was a choir director. You're not supposed to end the song like that.
Ages past. I gave you prompting. Just sing. That is why your name is forevermore.
You've been faithful, Lord, from the ages past. That is why your name is forevermore. I like that through it all.
Today,
I will lift up my voice.
in praise.
Today,
I will
lift
lift up my voice in praise.
For we know
You
you're
are always there for us. It doesn't matter. Almighty God, you're our all in all. No matter what we face, trouble comes our way, we would praise your name. So Fumi has been married for 5 years.
wow.
And Comfort has been married for a year. Gold has been married for 19 years.
Wow.
Wow. You've been faithful, Lord.
Yeah, from the ages past.
That is why your name is forevermore.
You've been faithful, Lord.
don't have. Christians
You know-
been married for 11 years. Let's just celebrate with people, because
Yeah, the devil fights
The-
marriages
the
a
devil
lot.
fights
The devil
marriages.
fights, and I wish
And
talk
today-
about it a little bit, baby.
today I just want us to just be let's enjoy the moment, just praising God for sustaining us this far. Now,
Yeah,
it mustn't be perfect for you to thank God.
key.
It mustn't be 100% what you want for you to be excited and for you to praise God about it. A heart of gratitude opens doors
New doors.
for people. So what we want to do is just praise, praise. And wherever you are in your marriage journey, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, wherever you are in your marriage, you've come this far because of
God
God.
kept you.
God has kept you. So we just sing.
Do you
We
want
just
that
sing.
bread of heaven?
No. That's hard. Let's just sing this simple one, please. Don't take me there. Today I lift up my voice in praise. Today I lift up my voice in praise.
For I know you are always there for me, Almighty God. You're my all in all. No matter what we face,
When success comes our way, we will praise your name. So Frank says his marriage will be 16 years in January.
whoa!
And Chile says her marriage will be 17 years by November.
Wow.
So now we are now going to be celebrating with you, because it's what celebrating.
It is what?
Is what days like this where marriages are not important anymore.
Who talks about marriage? They see it as an old school stuff now.
No.
It's like an old school. It's not in vogue. They're like, you're still
We
in
just-
that crap.
we just-
What are you doing there?
We just celebrate.
Yeah.
We just praise, even if it's just for a minute, just to
Yeah.
say thank you, Lord, for how far you brought us.
me.
Because we trust that you're going to take us.
Further,
Further.
the path of the just shines brighter and brighter, even until the perfect day. You might not have a full picture, but trust me, he who began the good work, he who began the good work,
He's faithful.
is faithful. He's so faithful.
Antonia has been married for 23 years.
Whoa!
Tracy has been married for 3 years.
Wow!
Is God not
Brilliant.
awesome?
Excellent.
We're celebrating your marriages. We're celebrating how far God has brought you. And so Ajoke says, I use you both as a point of contact this beautiful and glorious night, and I pray that God should settle me maritally.
Amen.
today.
Amen.
Amen. So just one more, and then
Try that song.
which one?
That bread.
God. I don't. Oh my goodness! But you said I shouldn't sing it. Now you want me?
I don't know. I want to try this song.
You sure? Okay. You sure you want me to sing it? Okay. Bread of heaven, sent down from glory. Many things you were running for. You don't. I told you let's know.
Guys, I'm still learning my skill. Juliana, it's good to see you.
You are the living one. Let's leave it. Do you want me to sing it?
Sing it. On again, the carpenter. You are the living one.
Bread of heaven, sent down from glory. Many things you were on earth, a holy king, a carpenter.
You are
Jesus,
That's what
Jesus.
we call you.
That's what we call you.
Manger born.
Manger born, but on a tree you died to save humanity.
You are the living one. Marriages, and we give him praise.
Okay, Father, we thank you for a time like this. We thank you for all the marriages that we've celebrated today on this platform. We thank you for the beautiful months, the beautiful days, weeks, the beautiful years that we've spent together with the spouse that you've blessed us with. We thank you for everything that you've done, our going out, coming in. We thank you for the choice that we've made. We thank you for where we are now. We thank you for everything, because you say in every situation we should give you thanks. Father, we are grateful. Father, we are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are not here to complain about anything. But by your Spirit and your grace, we are confident that you solve everything, every mystery regarding marriage. We are not here to complain. We are not here to complain. We are not here to list down our troubles. We are not here to complain and say, oh God, it is the spouse that you gave to me. No, Lord, that's not why we are here. We are just here to say thank you. Thank you for another chance to wake up beside someone that we love and someone that we once claimed we love. Father, we thank you. We thank you. In a time like this where marriage seems to be going extinct, people seem not to be believing in it. We thank you for the marriages that have been celebrated in this community. Father, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you for the days that we cried. We thank you for the days that we laughed. We thank you for the days that it was easy. We thank you for the days that it was hard for us. We thank you for the days we didn't understand. We thank you for the days we just looked at each other and said, what am I doing with this person? We thank you. We thank you. We are grateful. We are thankful. We thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Father, we ask tonight that you rekindle the love in our homes, in our marriages.
Amen.
We ask, oh Lord, that your love shall come forth. We ask, oh Lord, that we shall begin to feel your love again. There is nothing you cannot fix. There's no foundation you cannot mend. There's nobody you cannot change. There's no situation you cannot change. You're the God of all flesh. There is nothing impossible for you. Father, we ask, oh Lord, that you mend our homes, our hearts, wherever is broken, that you heal us. You help us build our trust, our love again. Because you're the author of marriage. We depend solely on you. We depend wholly on you. All these years that we've spent together, we didn't do it by ourselves. None of us. It was all of you keeping us alive, protecting our going out, our coming in, going through the fire with us, crossing the ocean with us. It has been you, the third man, the fourth man in the fire. It has been you all the time, Lord. And we are so, so careful to come back to you and say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for not letting us mourn over our spouse. Thank you for not letting us bury our spouses. Thank you for everything. Thank you for providing food on our table. Thank you for not making us people that people should mock at. Thank you for keeping us safe and sound. Thank you. It's been you. It's been you. God, we are grateful. We are grateful. And we trust that you that has begun the good work, you're much more faithful to continue and to complete it in us. Father, we pray for those that are believing you for marriage, those that want to be blessed, those that still seek to be married, those that crave it, those that desire it, those that yearn for it. Father, we ask, oh Lord, that you lead them straight to where they would find that person that completely completes them. And when they see, they will know. They will be able to identify. We ask, oh Lord, for those that are in marriages that don't have children, that you bless them with children. Lord, we ask that you heal our homes. Make marriages an example to the world, to people who don't believe, because it all began with you. Father, we thank you. We thank you. We commit ourselves to you. Take all the glory, take all the praise, take all adoration, take all of our thanksgiving, all of our excitement, all of our celebration, all of our enjoyment, all of our rejoicing. Father, we bring it back to you and say, thank you.
Amen.
May you receive all our praise.
Amen.
Tonight and always. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Woo!
Wow, thank you so much for a beautiful anniversary outing. This is more than a lockdown celebration for us. We truly appreciate, and we appreciate you as well. So I celebrate you. I celebrate your marriages. I celebrate your milestones. It is important. It's very important to us that your marriage also is succeeding. It's beautiful to hear good news from you. And so we really celebrate, and we love you. We love you for all your support. We love you for always being there for us. We love you for always cheering us on. And we also are cheering you on and saying that we are right behind you. We are praying for you, and we are thankful to God for you. It feels good to just know that you're not alone in this. You're not the only person who believes in marriage. Look at how many beautiful people have celebrated 23 years.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
23 years.
And
whoa.
You see the truth is
19, 20, 15. Whoa.
Do you know what I think? Let's see, the society makes us think that this thing is not working. It's not possible. It's not going to work. But no. No, the Bible says, a man shall leave his father and mother, and they shall be clean, and they shall be one. Come on. That's the scripture. That's the Bible. But, you know, with society, technology, civilization,
we are not interested
we're not into
in
all that.
all the noise today.
All the noise. We're just going to celebrate about
that
us.
we have a lot of people who are still in it's a lot of encouragement to us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just to see that we have people who've been married for a year, 5 years, 3 years, 20 years, 15. Oh my goodness, what would 23 years be like with
the
you?
narrative have shifted. That's the point I'm making. We've shifted so much narrative in the society.
But I don't want to focus on the negative. I'm trying to focus on the very good part of it.
And this is why your
Mabel
this platform
says,
is a
my
very good
husband is sending his love to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We love and we celebrate you. Your wife is one of the people that troubles my life, but I love her regardless.
What kind of
Mabel,
please, Mr.
Mabel and I will fight, but that's okay.
Ignore her.
We
you
you. We
imagine?
love your family. We love your 4 adorable children. Thank you for being part of our lives. Mabel has been awesome. Even though 90% of the time we are fighting on WhatsApp.
Well.
But she's been awesome.
Someone says it's echo, All right, the echo should stop by now. I don't
So
think it's
Queen says, I'm looking forward to celebrating 5 years. Oh wow, that's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's gonna work. It's gonna. Yeah, God is able to do that, and even much
you.
more.
Thank you so much. You see why I said today? Did you see why I said earlier that I won't come up live tomorrow?
I think you should start celebrating more marriages on this platform.
Yeah, I think it's something
We
I need
should,
to
yeah,
be doing
we
often
should, because
we should be celebrating
That
marriages.
devil is a liar.
So what we can do is anytime you have your anniversary,
Let us know,
let us know,
and we'll give you a shout out.
Send me
Yeah.
your picture. We want to celebrate. I used to do it a lot for my admins. Send your picture. Let's celebrate you, because
We
the
should
truth
do
is,
that.
it's rare.
Very rare.
It's rare.
Guys, the enemies are
Man,
attacking.
leave the negatives, please. We are happy today. We are grateful.
Christiana doesn't like they're going to do. Okay, let me not go. Let me not go there. All right, guys. She's saying we should just celebrate.
Let's just celebrate.
Celebrate. Jesus, celebrate.
Chinasa says my marriage was 8 years in April.
Wow. Oh, just
Marianne
wow.
says looking forward to getting married soon. Please invite
Amen
me.
to that.
See me?
Amen. Amen to that.
Amen. But they shouldn't invite me.
No, I'm just.
Why are you shifting?
No, I can do anything I want to do. Christiana, leave me alone.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been.
Someone say congratulations once more. Thank you.
Well,
eBay, thank you. Is it
Congratulations.
eBay? Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, eBay,
and
thank
congratulations to everyone that has celebrated their marriage anniversary this year. All the people that have gotten married, all the people that will get married this year.
Yeah.
Congratulations in advance. We love and we celebrate you. Thank you very much. There's no workout tomorrow. You see now, I haven't slept yet. And I still have makeup almost midnight. So please, allow me tomorrow. Let me just enjoy this anniversary mood that yours truly is in and have fun.
Tell me about it.
Stop that. Gold says, dog, let's celebrate today. Yeah, in these blessings and the blessings of all married couples. Congratulations, glory. So I'm going to be in the other room later, and I'm not coming out for workout.
What's happening in the other room? Ha! Christina, I will tweet tomorrow if nothing happens in the other room. Amen. Thanks so much. Glory to God. Yeah. Someone said, I want to be.
God will answer your prayers.
Okay, yeah.
Amen.
God will answer your prayers. Amen. Please don't go.
Dora, why are you laughing? What's making you laugh? Queen says I shouldn't go. Okay. So what do you want me to do next?
Stay.
I need to be in the other room. Okay. But my husband said I must do my workout tomorrow. No, Mabel, you're doing your workout. It's my anniversary night, not your own. Your own, you have to do workout. I'll send you workout videos. So you have to do workout. It's me. I will not do tomorrow. Yeah? I'll still be in bed by that 9 a.m. Nobody should call me and say, why are you not live? No workout.
Someone say, oh, Zoom. Is that, I didn't get that type.
It's the other room. The other room. So please, if you don't see me tomorrow,
I'm not part of that other room
online for workout, just know that I'm in the other room, and it is very important to be in the other room tonight. And so please spare me. Don't come to my inbox and say,
wait, where have you been all this while? Have you not been in the other room?
I've been in the room.
In the room.
So please don't come and say, why are you not live? Anybody that comes on the show and says, why are you not live? Please just tell them that she's in the other room.
Well, you can actually do a watch party.
I said I'll be sleeping by 9 a.m.
Can you imagine this? Oh no, matters. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
But I'll see you on Thursday morning for workout. So workout Thursday training would hold 9 a.m. UK time. So I'll be up on Thursday. But today, pardon.
Someone says, please, Stella says, how can I join your workout WhatsApp group?
All right. So
how do I join your workout WhatsApp
What
group?
I do right now is I'm beginning to create videos. Yeah. So when I'm done, I'm still like editing some of the videos so that people can have the videos. It would be up on my YouTube and also my Instagram as well. But if I'm going live, it would be on Facebook. It would be Wednesday, Thursdays and Saturdays. But tomorrow, but this week will be Thursday and Saturday. I'll be live. But other days, I'll be putting up videos on my YouTube and also my Instagram for workout. Because I discovered that other platforms are lacking just because I'm Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. And that's she behind me. That's my YouTube channel. Is that my YouTube channel? Yeah, that's my YouTube channel.
And I noticed there's so much traffic going on now on your Instagram. What are you doing there? You put in lots of new stuff there.
Yeah, please. My Instagram, please go on my Instagram. It's 50_amazing_moms.
Yeah, it's just rising. I'm wondering what's going on there.
Because I do lots of daily recipes. So I put up what I eat, even the food Emmanuel cooks.
Someone actually followed me from your Instagram page
Emmanuel
today.
Cooked today. The food is up on Instagram. So I try to like but now I'm going to begin to start putting workouts on Instagram as well, so that people on Instagram would also benefit. So please follow me on Instagram, 50_amazing_moms. What's my YouTube again?
Mabel is making an announcement for you as your publicist. She said tomorrow is Dr. C's holiday, or kindly bear with her. So she's telling the people that.
So Denisa says, I will support you, Doc, with my husband in the other room. Please enjoy the other room. You see that other room? It is important. Go in there tonight. Nothing should stop you. Go there.
Senna, you don't misleading the public.
Misleading married people, for Christ's sake.
Joking.
Excuse me. Stop being spiritual. Go to the other room. I permit you to go to the other room.
Oh!
Be in the other room.
All right.
I will see you Thursday morning.
So you're saying she should not walk out tomorrow?
I'm not. No. But you can take out a day to just have fun, man.
Married people, go to the other room.
Go to the other room and enjoy your spouse. Yeah, this life is not all about workouts and workout. Spend time with your spouse. Whisper in their ears. Tell them those things that you loved about them. Even if you're not
whisper.
Hi, baby. Whisper in their ears. Tell them those things that you haven't said in a long while. Maybe because you've been busy pursuing money. Just tell them. Just look at your spouse. If your spouse is there, just tell your spouse, say, I love you. Just say it. He won't kill you. She won't kill you. Just say I love you and kiss them and waka pass. Yeah?
Suppose it go and multiply. No, that's not the point.
Sister Gold.
No.
Right now we are just going.
No, nobody's there.
We are going to just not multiply.
So they go and multiply. No. That's not the concept.
Mabel says, okay, we go the other room, but you must kiss bros tonight. I'll kiss him after the show in the other room. So Marianne says supported. See people that I want to support. Dora says, other room here I come. Go to the other room. I said it all. I don't want to see you on Facebook tomorrow morning saying you are waiting for workout. Go to the other room.
You're really passionate about this.
Yes. You need to encourage women to bond with their husbands.
Yeah, that's true.
Go to the Mabel.
Very true.
Before you reduce the volume. Before you walk out tomorrow, make sure you're in the other room. If your legs are weak, you will not walk out tomorrow. So make sure your legs are weak from the other room. It is me that said it. So yeah, tonight is the other room. We'll walk out Thursday morning. Yeah, we'll get back to shape and look hot again.
Maybe I'm sure if your husband is watching, he'll be so happy with this Christiana's comment.
Yeah, so go and kiss him, rock his world tonight. Yeah, hold him, even if he's not in the mood. Put him in the mood and hold him. See, ladies, we have to take it. It's ours.
Guys, we have to end this show now. Christiana is already...
Shut up there. It's ours. Hold him, grab him.
Did you see?
Shut up there, baby. Hold him, grab him. Tell him you're mine, baby. You're mine, so shut up, baby. If he doesn't want to listen, tell him to shut up and just let you do the work. So
are you seeing this woman?
Pamper your husbands. Yes.
Instruction accepted.
Good. Thank you. Mabel is a good student. That's why I love her. So give him a kiss, help him relax. You can give him a massage. No, but
I give up on you.
But I massaged you.
She did a facial for me yesterday, and I really, I enjoyed it. My face is really.
You see, I've been looking after him really well. I'm going to be sharing the trick with married women, how to just give that masseuse just to relax your man from the stress of life. It is.
Come on, preach it, sister.
See, if you like, quote all the scripture, quote all the Bible, pray all the prayer. The physical is very important. Yeah. So have a shower, go to him, baby, and say, I'm still here. Okay, now, yeah. It's only today you catch me say this one. So after today, after anniversary is over. All right.
How can it be over? It's supposed to be a daily.
So Dora says, all work and no play. Yes. It doesn't matter how long you've been married for, still bond with your spouse. Take out a while. Just tell them how you feel about them. You know, sometimes we wait for too long. We delay our affection and our love. We keep saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden, something goes wrong. And you see the woman writing lots of tributes, or the man writing lots of things, saying, oh, my wife used to be the best. Tell the person now that the person is sitting beside you, that you love them. Even if you're quarreling, just turn. You shall love. It's love that is making you quarrel. Tell them you love them. It is important you don't procrastinate your love.
Your emotions.
And your emotions. If it's holding you, hold him.
Be clear about it.
Say it.
Say it.
That's what I'm... Yeah.
What?
We have
Can you imagine this woman?
This show has to end. Oh, yeah, finish it. This one that you're touching, coming near me like that.
I want to
in the other room.
In the other room.
So they should go to the other room. Thank you so much. Love you.
All right, guys.
Stay blessed. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Queen says, I love this part.